Solitude isn't loneliness. It's the space where self-discovery blooms. In moments of quiet, you can reconnect with your authentic self, explore your passions, and gain clarity on life's direction. Alone time allows for introspection, creativity, and emotional healing, offering a sanctuary from external noise. This journey into independence is not about isolation but about empowerment, setting the stage for a deeper understanding of why true strength lies within. Throughout this exploration, you'll uncover how independence shapes emotional resilience, financial freedom, and meaningful relationships while redefining personal strength. Myths about relationships. Challenging conventional beliefs after understanding the transformative power of solitude, let's address one of the most common misconceptions, that relationships are the ultimate measure of happiness and fulfillment. This myth has been ingrained in our society, often leading individuals to prioritize being in a relationship over nurturing their independence. But is this belief truly valid? Imagine Sarah, a 35-year-old professional who constantly felt pressured by family and friends to settle down. Every holiday gathering was filled with subtle remarks about her single status, making her question her life choices. However, Sarah realized that her happiest moments weren't tied to a partner, but to the times she spent pursuing her passions, traveling solo, learning new skills, and creating art. Her independence didn't diminish her. It amplified her sense of purpose and joy. The myth that being in a relationship is synonymous with completeness often clouds the beauty of self-discovery. Society tends to view solitude as a flaw, a phase to fix with a partner. But the truth is, relationships aren't a magic solution to happiness. They are connections that complement an already fulfilling life, not prerequisites for one. By challenging this belief, you free yourself from the pressure of conforming to societal expectations and instead embrace your unique journey. Breaking this myth doesn't mean dismissing relationships altogether. It means redefining their role in your life. A healthy relationship should be a partnership of two whole individuals, not a dependency where one seeks completion from the other. When you prioritize independence, you cultivate emotional maturity, clarity, and confidence, which ultimately enhance the relationships you choose to enter. As Sarah discovered, the freedom to create a life aligned with your values is liberating. It allows you to see relationships not as the destination but as part of the journey, a conscious choice made from a place of abundance, not lack. By understanding and challenging these myths, you unlock the true essence of independence, setting the stage for emotional resilience and self-worth. This clarity will empower you to embrace life on your terms, with or without a partner. The strength in solitude. Discovering your true self after dismantling the myths surrounding relationships, let's delve into what truly lies at the heart of independence, solitude. Many fear being alone, associating it with loneliness and isolation. But solitude isn't an absence. It's a presence, a chance to connect with yourself in ways no one else can. Picture James, a man in his late 40s who had always been in relationships since his early 20s. When his 15-year marriage ended, he found himself terrified of solitude. For months, he avoided being alone, filling his time with social events and distractions. But eventually, he embraced quiet moments with himself, spending weekends hiking, journaling, and reflecting. In that stillness, he discovered parts of himself he had ignored: a love for photography, an entrepreneurial dream, and the realization that his worth wasn't tied to another person. Solitude is the space where self-discovery thrives. It's where you peel back the layers of societal expectations and external validation to reveal your core identity. It teaches you to rely on your own strength, to make decisions grounded in self-awareness, and to embrace your uniqueness unapologetically. When you're comfortable being alone, you're no longer seeking validation or fulfillment from others. Instead, you attract connections that align with your authentic self. Far from being a void, solitude allows you to refill your cup. It's in those moments of quiet where creativity flows, clarity emerges, and emotional resilience is built. Solitude provides the opportunity to process emotions, set personal goals, and nurture passions. These are gifts that come from independence, strengthening your sense of self-worth and purpose. James' journey is a reminder that solitude isn't something to fear but to cherish. It's not about cutting off relationships or avoiding connection. It's about grounding yourself so that your relationships, when they happen, are rooted in mutual respect and genuine companionship. Independence through solitude allows you to walk confidently into any situation, knowing you are enough on your own. By embracing solitude, you discover a strength that no external relationship can give you. It's the foundation of independence, setting the stage for a life where connections are meaningful and chosen, not driven by fear or necessity. The power of emotional independence building on the strength gained from solitude. Let's explore emotional independence, the key to thriving in any aspect of life. While solitude teaches us self-reliance in physical presence, emotional independence fosters inner resilience, allowing us to navigate life's challenges without being swayed by external validation or circumstances. Imagine Sarah, a young artist who struggled with constant validation seeking in her relationships. She relied heavily on her partner for emotional stability, fearing rejection and losing herself in the process. After her breakup, she decided to confront her fears and began journaling, practicing mindfulness, and seeking therapy. Over time, Sarah learned to self-soothe and find joy within herself. She no longer felt the weight of needing someone else to complete her. Instead, she became her own anchor. Emotional independence is about reclaiming control over your feelings. It doesn't mean shutting people out or refusing support, but rather learning to be the source of your emotional balance. When you're emotionally independent, you are free from the constant need for reassurance. You handle rejection, criticism, and setbacks with grace because your worth isn't dictated by external factors. This independence creates healthier connections. Relationships, whether romantic or platonic, thrive when both individuals are emotionally self-sufficient. You bring your full self into a connection rather than fragments seeking completion. This balance fosters mutual respect, deeper understanding, and growth. The journey to emotional independence starts with self-awareness. Identifying patterns, such as people-pleasing or avoiding confrontation, is crucial. From there, cultivating self-compassion and setting boundaries ensures your emotional energy isn't drained by external demands. Like Sarah, adopting mindfulness practices can help you stay grounded and resilient. The beauty of emotional independence is that it liberates you from the fear of being alone or misunderstood. It empowers you to face life's uncertainties with confidence. You realize that happiness and fulfillment come from within, not from others. It transforms the way you view relationships, not as a necessity but as a choice to enhance your life. Sarah's story is proof of the transformation emotional independence can bring. It's about breaking free from dependency, embracing your emotions fully, and finding strength in your ability to heal, grow, and thrive on your own terms. Emotional independence doesn't just make you stronger, it makes you unstoppable. Discovering fulfillment in solitude, building on the foundation of emotional independence. Let's journey deeper into the beauty of finding fulfillment in solitude. Once you've mastered your inner emotions, solitude transforms from a state of being alone to a powerful source of self-discovery, creativity, and joy. Picture John, a retired teacher in his early 70s, who spent most of his life surrounded by students, colleagues, and family. After his children moved away and his wife passed, he found himself grappling with the deafening silence of an empty home. At first, loneliness seemed unbearable, but instead of dwelling on what he had lost, John embraced his solitude. He began painting, something he'd always wanted to try but never had time for. He also started hiking and journaling about his adventures. What initially felt like isolation became a space of immense personal growth and fulfillment. Solitude allows you to reconnect with your essence, free from the noise of external expectations. It's in these quiet moments that you discover your passions, reflect on your purpose, and nurture a deep relationship with yourself. Rather than avoiding time alone, you begin to crave it as a sanctuary for self-expression and inner peace. In solitude, you can tap into your creativity. Writers, artists, and thinkers throughout history have found their greatest inspirations in moments of quiet reflection. You might be surprised at what you uncover about yourself when you give your mind the freedom to wander. Whether it's starting a hobby, planning your goals, or simply enjoying a walk in nature, solitude becomes your canvas for creating a meaningful life. The secret to finding fulfillment in solitude lies in shifting your perspective. It's not about what you lack, companionship or a busy schedule, but about what you gain. Time to recharge, clarity, and independence. You become your own best companion, cherishing moments of self-care and introspection. John's transformation highlights how solitude can enrich your life in unexpected ways. By stepping away from distractions, he discovered parts of himself he had long ignored. His newfound passions brought him joy and a sense of accomplishment, proving that fulfillment doesn't require external validation. It's cultivated from within. Learning to embrace solitude doesn't mean shutting others out. Instead, it strengthens your ability to connect with others from a place of completeness. You approach relationships not as someone seeking fulfillment, but as someone who already embodies it. Fulfillment in solitude is a powerful reminder that being alone doesn't equate to being lonely. It's a time to celebrate your individuality, nurture your soul, and create a life that feels uniquely yours. Redefining relationships through personal strength, transitioning from finding fulfillment in solitude. Let's explore how embracing your independence can transform your relationships. When you cultivate a strong sense of self, your connections with others naturally evolve, becoming more authentic and deeply fulfilling. Imagine Lisa, a young professional who recently ended a long-term relationship. Initially, she felt unmoored, questioning her ability to stand on her own. But as she focused on herself, exploring her passions, setting boundaries, and building confidence, something remarkable happened. The people in her life began treating her differently. Her friendships became richer, her work relationships more respectful, and when she eventually entered a new romantic relationship, it was built on mutual respect and shared values, not dependency. This transformation occurs because independence shifts the dynamics of your interactions. When you no longer seek validation or fulfillment from others, you approach relationships with a sense of wholeness. Instead of clinging to someone out of fear or insecurity, you create space for healthier connections rooted in trust, respect, and equality. Redefining relationships starts with setting boundaries. These are not walls but guidelines that protect your energy and define what is acceptable in your life. Strong boundaries ensure that your relationships enhance your well-being rather than drain it. It's about prioritizing quality over quantity, choosing connections that uplift and inspire you. Personal strength also enables you to communicate more effectively. When you are clear about who you are and what you stand for, expressing your thoughts and feelings becomes easier and more authentic. This fosters deeper understanding and intimacy with those around you. It also means you're less likely to tolerate toxic or unhealthy dynamics, as you recognize your own worth and refuse to settle for less. Lisa's story is a testament to the power of independence in redefining relationships. By focusing on herself, she created a ripple effect that improved every aspect of her social and emotional life. Her newfound confidence and self-assurance drew people to her who genuinely appreciated her for who she was, not what she could do for them. This doesn't mean relationships become less important. On the contrary, they gain greater significance. With independence as your foundation, you can appreciate the beauty of connection without losing yourself in the process. Your relationships become partnerships where both parties bring their best selves, creating a harmonious balance of giving and receiving. Redefining relationships through personal strength is about showing up as your authentic self, embracing your individuality, and inspiring others to do the same. It's about understanding that the strongest connections are built not on dependency but on mutual respect and shared growth. This shift not only enriches your relationships but also reaffirms your inner power. The ultimate freedom. Thriving alone, building on the idea of redefining relationships. Let's dive into the ultimate gift independence can offer. Thriving alone. Independence is not just about stepping away from relationships. It's about stepping into your full potential and embracing life as an adventure, with yourself as your greatest companion. Take Sarah, a 60-year-old widow who, after years of living in a shared life, found herself alone. At first, the silence was deafening, and the days felt empty. But slowly, she began to fill her time with things she had always wanted to do. She picked up painting, took solo trips to explore new cities, and even started a blog to document her journey. Sarah's life didn't diminish because she was alone. It flourished. She found a deeper connection to herself and the world around her, something she never thought possible. Thriving alone means breaking free from the societal belief that happiness is dependent on another person. It's about recognizing your intrinsic value and nurturing it. When you thrive alone, you take charge of your own happiness, relying on no one but yourself to create a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling. It starts with self-discovery. When you have the time and space to be alone, you can ask yourself the big questions. What do I love? What inspires me? What kind of life do I truly want to lead? These moments of introspection are powerful, giving you clarity about your passions, dreams, and purpose. Then comes self-reliance. Thriving alone is about cultivating the skills and mindset to navigate life's challenges with confidence. Whether it's managing finances, cooking a new recipe, or finding creative solutions to problems, every accomplishment becomes a testament to your resilience and capability. Thriving alone also unlocks a unique kind of freedom, the freedom to design your life on your terms. Without the constraints of compromise, you can pursue your goals, take risks, and explore the world in a way that aligns perfectly with your desires. Sarah's journey highlights a vital truth. Thriving alone is not about isolation, but about enrichment. It's about cultivating an inner world so vibrant that you radiate positivity and attract new opportunities and connections. Her independence didn't close the door to relationships. It opened it to more meaningful ones, built on choice rather than necessity. Embracing independence and thriving alone doesn't mean you'll never feel lonely. Loneliness is a natural part of the human experience, but it's temporary. When you build a life you love and feel proud of, those moments of solitude transform into opportunities for growth, reflection, and renewal. The ultimate freedom comes from thriving alone, not as a rejection of relationships, but as an affirmation of your strength, resilience, and ability to live a life that's uniquely your own. Independence is your superpower. Embrace it, and the possibilities are endless. Thank you for joining us on this journey of self-discovery and independence. 2 hearts if this message resonated with you. Show us some love by hitting that like button. It really helps us grow and bring more inspiring content to you. Glowing star, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Share your opinions, your experiences, or even your dreams of thriving alone. Your voice matters, and it inspires not just us, but our entire community. Don't forget to explore more of our videos. We've got so many empowering stories and insights waiting for you. Let's grow, learn, and thrive together. See you in the next one. Smiling face with heart sparkles.